Leo. This is Tanya Lee of Harmonia, and welcome to your October 2023 reading. If you are new to this channel and you feel guided, go ahead and hit subscribe. We're going to get started, guys. Reminder that this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't force anything to fit. Time is fluid, even though that you're watching this in October's energy. If you feel guided to listen to this, it may be at the right time for you to have this message. So just don't get so point onto the timelines, okay? Sometimes when I bring up the past, it doesn't necessarily mean it happened last month. It could be things that happened in your childhood. So just be very wary of that and that it's general. All right, Leo, let's see what's going on here for you, what your challenge is going to be for the month. I'll let you know what we're using right now. This is the Ask Yourself Tarot deck, but I'll let you know the other decks that we're using as we go through. Here we go, Leo. Calling in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascendant masters. Spirit, what is going on for Leo? What is the overall energy for Leo right now? The overall, oh boy, the Tower. Bring it, bring it. It says, what needs to break down in your life in order to be rebuilt? What needs to break down in your life? Now, I like to explain the Tower as the card that comes out, the event here when it's something that's shocking, something that no longer serves you anymore. It is usually uncomfortable news. But it also could be shocking changes that you make too. So you absolutely, it's not always universal. Sometimes you create these Tower moments here of deconstruction to allow some massive growth. I also like to almost consider the Tower like the Phoenix as well. You're burning everything around you, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to have something amazing come forth. And that's why the Star comes right after the Tower. So there is something here that is in need to break down. Okay, that's the challenge, to break down. Now, sometimes when we stay stuck in something, that's when the universe comes in and does the little bit of a kick for you, okay? All right, so we're going to be using the horror deck, and we're going to be talking a little bit about the past, the challenge of the past. Like I said, the past doesn't necessarily mean last month, but there have been challenges with breakdowns before. And the reason that this particular challenge is coming up is to be cleared for what is ahead. All right, so this is just giving you guidance of that. No reversals during initial story play. We have the 10 of Wands. Well, you can't carry all that, can you? That's sure a lot of wands. That 10 of Wands is usually someone who carries a lot, has a lot on their plate, Leo. Oh boy, and the Lovers. So there's something about being burdened in a relationship or a partnership here. This may have been your wish at one point. But I feel like in the past, and this is your past energy, you have been burdened by other things enticing you or seeing things here that may not be good for you. Interesting. Four of Wands is all about the house, the community, the celebration here. What did you get involved with? I almost feel like I have a Leo here in the past, and this is coming up now for what's ahead, is there's a particular situation, and this could be multitudes of things where it's the same cycle over and over again, meaning like, I don't know why this keeps happening to me, or I don't know why I keep picking a person like this. I mean, it could be love. This could be absolutely love, but let's keep it general. This could also be work environments as well, or partnerships or friendships. But I feel like in the past, you have been overwhelmed and lured by situations or people who offer you the world or offer something here where you romanticize rose-colored glasses. It feels like a rose-colored glasses effect here. All right. You could be in the most healthiest situation, and yet still this is luring you in. Okay. Doesn't matter what you're in or connected to, or what showers you with love. You're not really looking at that partnership. You're looking at whatever's ahead. You always have this desire. What almost feels like what's overwhelming you is like, Burdened by the choices, or burdened by not having something here that you truly want. And then when you get it, you feel kind of mesmerized by it. I do feel someone here enticed in the past for situations that may not have been for the best for them, and left things that actually were good for them, but they didn't see it. They didn't want it. Not this Leo, at least, or in that level. Okay. There's something here about changing this pattern. We're going to be using one of my favorite decks now to what's ahead. We're going to get out of the past a little bit. I'll bring it up a little bit in the reading, not the meeting, but maybe a meeting's important to you. The reading, but we're going to be using the zombie deck. Reversals are now up. What's ahead here, Spirit? What's ahead here for this Leo? Oh my gosh. Well, there's a sour partnership here. There is. Okay. Someone here who's manipulative. This is what's ahead. Look at this. Another 10. Now the 10 of hazards. I have a Leo who's doing some kind of, who's again in a situation that is not good for them, that is toxic. It is a pattern you have been doing more than once. You have done this pattern of choosing what's not that great for you more than once, but it has a lot to do with your self-love, self-respect, falling for words versus, these actions. But there's something here about lock and key. Once you make a commitment to whatever the place is or situation, you feel deader than dead. And usually it's because people are trying to control you or manipulate. This is my black magic card when it's reverse the magician, but this is usually someone here who knows how to use all the tools. But I feel like people know how to use you, Leo. You are probably feeling like the biggest tool sometimes in some of these situations. And I think what's frustrating is you kind of become the housemaid to everything else, right? Oh, I'm just going to pretend everything's okay. I'm going to pretend I'm happy in this workspace. I'm going to pretend that I don't need a raise. I'm going to pretend that this relationship is my comfort zone because this is how I was raised. This is how it's got to be. This is your security. What's ahead here is the evaluation here of, and I want to say reevaluating this setup. I truly believe you are actually ahead of the tower. What needs to break down in your life in order to rebuild? I think a lot of times you've been rejected, or you've been kind of thrown to the side or used by scenarios or situations, whether you've been fired or people have released you, rejected, cheated on. These are all aspects here where you really devoted everything to a scenario. Okay. And you may have left situations or good choices because this looks so enticing to you, but truly it was never good for you to begin with. And there's something about this month, or in this energy of what's ahead, has to do with breaking up this situation or breaking this pattern. It's breaking this pattern in this community, whether it's a work environment, whether it's a friend circle, whether this is family. The 10 of hazards is your security. It is. Interesting. 8 of swords reversed. 6 of swords here reversed. You are tired of being trapped. You are 100% tired of self-sabotaging situations. I do feel like you are uncaging yourself, or doing something where you are the one who's choosing to leave a scenario or situation. You are the one who's willing to face the past and to get out of there. Whereas before, I feel like you worked for another, or constantly are being used in relationships where they looked enticing, but it really wasn't what you want. Okay. So I feel like you are breaking free, and you may have to revisit, and this may become this wound. I may have triggered you with the initial wound, but the 6 of swords is because you're going towards the the ickiness. All right. You don't feel like you're moving forward, but you're trying to free yourself from the ickiness. So you have to go towards a little bit this past, but I think it's just to recognize it, give it a thumbs up, and then get the hell out of there. It's not something where you're supposed to stay in. You can't change that. You can't, but you can be aware of it, and you can be aware of how you're bringing it in towards your unity of what's ahead. So I do feel like there's going to be a lot of stuff about the past coming up for you. I do feel like you're taking accountability. I got a Leo here who's taking massive accountability on there. Look at this, how it fell. Knight of Swords. Massive. A little bit shaky about it. I mean, it was like this, but it's saying I am... You may have some bumps in the road because this is usually an unstoppable force, all right? An unstoppable message. Someone here who speaks the truth, is honest. But I think the accountability here is that, yeah, listen, there's going to be things where you're going to have hang-ups coming up. There are going to be things here where people are going to want to relive the past or say they've changed, and you're going to have to reevaluate that and look at it. But there's something here about still pushing forward. There's a need here to keep pushing forward. I'm going to pull one more on that Knight of Swords because that fell on this. One more on that Knight of Swords. Just validate that for us, Spirit. Oh my gosh. That's you. You. Are you kidding me? Holy smokes. I said you are the unstoppable force, and as you keep moving, you are the one creating the tower. You are the one who's saying enough is enough. This partnership, this job, this thing, like this could be you putting boundaries up. This could be saying, I know my worth. But it's communication, it's actions, and it's something that you're being more forceful about than how you ever have in the past. I feel like in the past, you've felt very caged or lured by other people's opinions or situations or what they just felt was best for you. And I do feel like a Leo here. I keep hearing the song, the Katy Perry song, Roar. It's just so strong in here. Like, I feel like people are going to be hearing you roar. No, I don't want that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. All right. Let's see what Leo's gains and losses are. We're using the Monster Tarot. No reversals on gains and losses because, sometimes gains can be losses and losses can be gains. So I'm going to show both sides of it. Let's see what the gains are first, though. What are you gaining this month? I'm going to laugh if it's the Tower again. The Two of Cups. Okay, that's this is that. Look at this, though. This is crazy. I don't see this as a partnership. I see this, like this is an ending, right? Two of Cups here, and we have the Page of Crypts. I think you are ending specific relationships, but there is a new partnership you're going to be gaining as well. But there is something about losing a partnership or changing a partnership that's coming in place here. So the gain here is an ending, definitely, when I see the rest in peace with the graveyard here. But the Page of Crypts is usually something about a new opportunity or new offer. So I do feel like as you let something go, there is a new opportunity or offer coming your way. And I think I feel like you're going to be way more entwined or remember things from the back that you're going to leave in the past. The past is the past. And there's something here about how you move forward is that you leave the past in the past. You remember the growth and the thorns that went through here, but you also have the ability here to create something and make it more alive, kind of like it's alive here with the Bride of Frankenstein. So I think you're gaining an ending with a relationship, and I think you're also gaining a new relationship of some sort here, whatever that endeavor is. Could even just be a friend, but it could be a job too. Let's see what your losses are for this energy. What are the losses for Leo? The Six of Cups. I told you the past is in the past, and this relationship no longer serves you because of it's basically a recycle of the past. It's karma here. Okay. So Six of Cups here and the Seven of Castles here, whatever this is a foundation. Seven of Pentacles here. You are not putting into, you're not going to be patient. You're not going to try to rebuild something. It says what needs to break down in your life in order to be rebuilt. There's something about this particular thing in the past you're not going to try to rebuild. You're going to try a different approach, okay? This is not worth saving anymore. It's too much like the past. You have to annihilate this to build something much stronger and better for you. All right, let's see what the final message here is for you, Leo, using the Witches Oracle deck. Advice from Spirit. Library. Take control of your own narrative. See? Strings attached. You have had so many people controlling you. This is the time here to cut those strings and take control of what you want and your story. And I do feel this Tower moment is being entirely created by a Leo who's had enough, who recognizes their cycles, recognizes the past, and is going to be making choices that are not just different, but right for them. Right for them. They're going to also reevaluate some things from the past that was good for them that they may have left behind. But I do feel like most of the stuff here is new stuff coming in your way as you let this go. All right, Leo, I hope you enjoyed your reading. 22 may be significant date for you too. Okay, 22nd of October. But anyways, if this resonates, go ahead and like, comment below. Would love to see you over my group called Harmonia Friends. Harmonia Friends is my paid membership area. But if not, this is where we part ways. You guys take care and have a good one.